I am so excited to be here to share with you live stream tonight. So, I was getting ready earlier to put this video together, and the Spirit spoke to me and said, don't do an actual video, do it live stream. One of my challenges that I have been facing is that once I start working behind the scenes for so long, it's very, very challenging for me to step outside of my comfort zone and put myself back out there again to do live stream. So it's been such a very, very long time that I wanted to come on and connect with the community again and chat with you all and hope that you've got some good news to share. I want to share some things with you that I have actually learned in 2025. I know that I've been MIA for quite some time, and I took some time to really step back for a while to really focus on learning and increasing my knowledge because the world is changing so very fast. Hello, hey, is it Lady Sorrell? I think that's what it is. I don't have my glasses on. Let me put my glasses on. Yes, Lady Sorrell. So, welcome, Lady Sorrell. Where are you chiming in from? Where are you? What state are you chiming in from? Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I appreciate it. I truly, truly appreciate it. So when everybody comes in, please be sure to just tap in and let me know where you're chiming in from. Hey, Bird Lady, welcome in, welcome in. Oh, that's Lay Sorrell. Okay, all right. So please be sure to just kind of chime in and let me know what city you're coming in from, you're chiming in from. I would greatly appreciate it. And we'll get started. I just wanted to give everybody a few more minutes to chime in. Happy New Year to you all. Did you have a wonderful Christmas? Did you have a good New Year's Day? Did you have time? Did you get an opportunity to spend with your family? Just kind of chime in and share with me. I wanted to just kind of give it a few more minutes before I got started. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. It's your birthday. Well, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. This is, let me see, Fix Alpha. Okay. Okay, so it looks like we've got some people coming in right now that are kind of spammers. So I'm gonna end up having to block this person. But anyway, happy birthday to Fix Alpha. I believe it is. I believe it is. Thank you so much. I appreciate the compliment. So I wanted to share with you 10 business lessons that I learned in 2025. Thank you so much. I appreciate you subscribing, Bird. Is it Birdie? Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate it. So I wanted to share with you 10 things or 10 business lessons that I learned in 2025. And if you have a business, in hopes that, the lessons that I learned, you'll be able to take some of these lessons and be able to use it in your business as well. Okay. It's your birthday too? Oh, that's cool. Well, happy birthday, Birdie. Happy birthday. Thank you for subscribing, Amanda. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Okay, so let's get started. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Felita Danieli. I have been an independent independent sales representative with Avon. We're now known as beauty ambassadors. And I've been with the company about 26 years. So I have seen many, many highs and I've seen a lot of lows. So when it comes to business, during the 26-year span that I've actually been in business, there's so much that I have had to learn. I have had to go back and revamp and relearn things all over again, because when I first started my business, um, things were very, very different. And with technology changing now and AI taking over and everything, it's a lot we have to learn in order to continue to grow and get to the next level. So I wanted to share with you 10 things that I learned during 2025 about business. Okay, so number one, when you fail to plan, you've already planned to fail. I'm going to repeat that again. When you fail to plan, you've already planned to fail. You see, so many people basically kind of, when they start a business, if they don't necessarily educate themselves about what's required of them and understand the numbers behind what's required for them to be able to reach a level, then they've pretty much kind of already failed to plan. Because if you didn't do your research to get the knowledge and the wisdom that you need to be able to succeed, then basically you're going to fail. So it's important to make sure that you educate yourself and make sure that you put a plan together, so that, okay, that's fine. That's okay. So when you educate yourself, it's important that you put a plan together so that you can know what you need to do to move yourself forward. So that was number one. And I remember, and I can recount the days many, many times. And I already know this from being in business for so long, the importance of planning. I understand that it's important that you must have a plan. And when you don't have that plan, again, you have a tendency to just fall by the wayside. You need a plan and a system to help you to achieve your goals. So you need to focus on taking the time out at least one day a week to organize your plans and schedule your activities that you plan to execute. Otherwise, you're just going to be without. Number two, your mindset will be tested before your skills are rewarded. I'm going to repeat that again. Your mindset will be tested before your skills are rewarded. You see, most people basically quit emotionally long before they fail strategically. And many times, when you're in business, if you try so many times and you keep getting rejections over and over and over and over again, it's not so easy to actually deal with. And most people will basically fail emotionally because they just don't have the tenacity and the mental toughness to be able to hang in there throughout the tough, challenging times. So again, number two is your mindset will be tested before your skills are rewarded. You've got to be willing to learn the necessary skill set to be able to get to the next level. Okay. All right. Number three. Consistency builds trust before it builds income. Okay. Again, number three, consistency builds trust before it builds income. And basically what will happen is people will basically buy from people who they recognize, who they know, who they like, and who they trust. And if they don't know you, and if they don't like you, and if they don't trust you, then you're not building the consistency. You're not building the trust factor that people need to be able to buy from you. So it's important to make sure that you stay consistent with your business activities, to show up every single day, to make sure that you are doing the necessary activities that you need to do to remain consistent. Many times people won't necessarily buy from you because they don't see that you're serious about your business. But when you show up every single day, you go up. So consistency is the key to the breakthrough. It's very, very important to be consistent in business. Number four, AI is here to stay. So get used to it and make it work for you. I know a lot of people shy away from AI, but I can tell you AI is your business assistant. And when I tell you it has tremendously helped me in business, I can't even, oh my gosh, I can't even explain how much it's actually helped me. But AI is your business assistant so that you're not in business alone anymore. All of the time, the energy, and the effort that you once had to do, all of the legwork and all of the thinking and all of the strategy sessions and everything that you had to once do, you don't have to do that anymore because you've got an AI assistant that will help you be able to build and grow your business. All you have to do is learn the necessary prompts that you need to learn to, hey, beauty boss. Hey, baby, beauty boss Sandy. Good to see you, girl. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. So I was just sharing number 4, and number 4 is AI is here to stay. So get used to it and make it work for you. And I was just sharing that a lot of people have a tendency to shy away from AI. But I promise you, AI can be your best business partner when it comes to growing your business. When you learn how to put the prompts in and tell it exactly what you need, be very specific, AI can save you a massive amount of time and energy that it once took us, hours and hours and hours and hours to do previously. So get used to AI. It's not going anywhere. You just have to learn to use it to help you grow your business. And so when you use it, you will be amazed at how your business will start taking off when you use it and use the necessary prompts to help you get the results that you need. Okay. Number 5. The phone is your biggest distraction. And I think we all know that. The phone is your biggest distraction. And when you are seriously trying to focus and when you are seriously trying to get work done, you really have to turn the phone off or you have to put it in the other room so that you can stay focused. Now, I realize some people don't have computers, but even if you have a tablet that you can use to work on, that will be beneficial to help you eliminate the distractions from the phone. Because when it comes to all of the notifications, if you've got constant notifications going off over and over and over and over again, you're not going to be able to sit and get your work done. You think about this. When you are working on your job, most jobs, especially if you're doing like retail jobs or something like that, most jobs don't want you to have your phone with you on the floor. Now, if you're working like in an office job, they're a little bit more flexible with you using a phone. But even when you are working an office job, you still can't use your phone and maneuver back and forth to stay focused on what your goal is, because if you have to get a project done within a certain amount of hours, if you're constantly looking at your phone, checking your phone for all of the constant messages that are coming in, there is no way you're going to be able to complete that task. And eventually you are going to you're going to get written up because you're not able to focus. You may end up losing your job. So the power and the ability to be able to focus, I almost kind of look at focus nowadays that it's almost like a superpower because it's very, very challenging to do in this day and time. You think about it. Once upon a time, we really only kind of had really 2 forms of communication. One was through mail, one was through the telephone. So now we've got cell phones, we've got emails, we've got social media, we've got group chats, we've got all of these different things that are just totally pulling and pulling on our energy level, where it totally gets us off track, where we can't focus. So what I have learned to do is just, especially in the morning times, I don't even turn my phone on until my morning tasks have been completed. Once my morning tasks have been completed, then I'll turn my phone on. And that's the only way that I can actually get it done. And I would encourage you to do the same. Turn the phone off or put it on airplane mode, especially when you sleep at night, so that you can get quality sleep at night. Please don't go to bed with that phone still on and hearing those notifications go off all throughout the night, because you will never be able to get the quality of sleep that you actually need to be able to get a very good restful night of sleep. Hey, Allison, good to see you, girl. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I appreciate you chiming in. So yeah, number 5 was the phone is your biggest distraction. Okay. Number 6, attention is currency. I'm going to say that again. Attention is currency. Just like money is currency, your attention is currency. Why do you think all of these social media platforms have all of these ads going on all over social media? And when you post a link to something outside, let's just say, for instance, you're on Facebook, and if you post a link to a YouTube channel on your main news feed, that's going to get blocked, because that social media platform does not want anybody to lose. They don't want you to leave their platform and turn your attention to another platform. See, they want your attention, which is your energy and your currency. So you don't realize this, but social media influencers are paid just by the mere fact that you sit on your phone and you scroll your phone constantly, watching tons and tons and tons and tons of videos. They're getting paid for that. Those who are monetized are actually getting paid for that. So we have to keep in mind that our attention is currency. And it's just like you go in a store and you pay currency or you pay money for something that you want. You're paying your attention to, or you're giving your attention to someone else, which is currency, which is helping them to grow. So every platform that you're on, every single time you log in, that is your currency. And your energy is a powerful, powerful superpower that a lot of people don't even realize how powerful it is, but it's very, very powerful. Okay. So your attention is currency. And then number 7, time is your most valuable resource. Time is your most valuable resource. So use it wisely. Okay. Time is your most valuable resource. Use it wisely. See, time is also currency, and how you spend it will deplete you energetically if you're not spending it appropriately. Okay, so no matter what business you're building or what job you're in, you've got to put in the time. It's been known and said that to build a business, it takes approximately 10,000 hours of consistent effort put into that business in order for it to turn a profit. And most people don't realize that, but I do believe and I do know for a fact that when you build a community, it won't take as long. But when you don't have a community, or if you don't know people, then it takes about 10,000 hours of your energy that you've got to put in, focused energy, in order to reach your goal. Okay, so you've got to realize how important and how valuable your time is. It is one of the most valuable resources that you have. So make sure that you use it wisely. Okay. Then number 8, systems create freedom, not rigidity. Systems create freedom, not rigidity. You see, structure actually gives you more flexibility and more peace. So when you have structure in your business, or when you have structure on your job, that is the only thing that's going to be able to allow you to be able to step away for a short period of time or a long period of time, and be able to come back and be able to jump right back in and get into flow again. That's because that's a system. That system is the structure that you need to be able to get you back on track when you get off track. Okay. So in other words, if you have a job, when you go on vacation, you totally forget about working. But when you come back to that job, because there's a system and a way that they do things that it's already set up for you, then you're able to jump back in again. And we need to have the same thing set up. We need to have the same structure set up for business. That's exactly what you need in order to grow and get to the next level. And then number 9, I think I numbered I numbered everything incorrectly because I'm missing one, but I'll just say number 9, and this is going to be my last one. Number 9 is going to be, there is no such thing as job security. Okay. There is no such thing as job security. You may have a consistent paycheck with a job, but there is no job security. So the question you have to ask yourself is, what will I do if I lost my job? What would I do if I lost my job? We have multiple bills, so we have to learn to create multiple income streams and never depend on one source of income stream. That's the reason why you have so many people who basically just kind of lose it when they lose their job. They lose it mentally because that's all they know. The job is all they know. They never try to do anything outside of their job. Now, I realize that everybody is not an entrepreneur, but you have to figure out a way to create and generate another source of income and not have total dependence on a job. Because if you walk in tomorrow morning and that job gives you a pink slip, then what are you going to do? You got to learn how to survive outside of having a job. So again, there is nothing wrong with having a job. And for those people who can stay on a job and can keep a job, I say more power to you. I've just never been the one who could survive on a job, because I've always been very entrepreneur minded, and I don't do well with dictatorship. I don't like people dictating to me, telling me what to do. So I had to learn how to make it on my own. So, so that is going to be the biggest thing that we're all going to have to learn in 2026. And if most people have not learned it by now, your last day is tomorrow, Allison. Congratulations, girl. Yay. I'm so excited for you, Allison. I'm so excited for you. Congratulations, girl. That's going to be a good feeling, girl, to be able to walk away and not have to deal with that anymore. Because, again, jobs create a very good consistent source of income for us. But we don't ever think about the stress that we have to dealing with what comes with that consistent paycheck. So if I got to deal with the extra stress of a job, getting up, going to a job, being able to have to be on a schedule that I personally don't want to work, and also being able to do something that I don't like doing. And again, like Allison says, zero work-life balance, then the consistency of that paycheck is not worth it for me, to me. It's just not worth it. I would rather do something that I have more control over. I know that I am in control of my time. So if I'm not showing up every single day and I'm not disciplining myself to do the necessary things that I need to do to show up and grow my business so that I can have work-life balance, then that's on me. I can't fault anybody else. But the beauty that I have found from it all is that since I quit my job, I can get up every single morning. I don't have no problems getting up in the morning early. And I have never, ever been an early morning person. But working on that job helped me to become more disciplined about getting up much earlier in the morning. So now I'm a lot more disciplined about getting up in the mornings, getting my day started much earlier in the morning so that I can tackle the things that I need to do for that day to make my money. So having to be able to have a structured plan of action that you can execute every single day is the key to being able to meet your income goals. So, yeah, so a lot of people are going to learn in 2026, there is no job security. There is no job security. And I think starting next week, we're going to start seeing a lot of that. So again, we have to learn a new skill set. It's important. If you don't learn new skill sets in this economy, you're going to be totally left behind. You're going to be totally left behind. So you have seen a lot of my postings that I've been doing lately. I took the time this year to learn AI and how to use AI to help me grow my business. Again, AI is here to stay. That was one of my things that I learned this year. AI is here to stay. It's not going anywhere. But we must learn how to use AI to help us grow our businesses so that it won't take us as long as it once did. Now I can go in, I can create content with the assistance of AI within a matter of a few minutes when it was something would take me normally hours to be able to create. I don't need to sit there for hours and hours at a time anymore because I've got my personal assistant, my AI assistant, to help me grow my business. So all of my reels that you've been seeing on my channel, that's what I've been learning to do. I've been learning how to, create videos using AI, learning how to edit videos using AI, learning how to create digital products. I've been doing all of those things this year to help me increase my skill level so that I'm not left behind. And I know by increasing and using my time, which is my currency, is going to pay me dividends in the future. Okay. So I thought that I had a total of 10, but that's all that I had to share with you tonight. And I only had one other thing that I had on here, that income fluctuates, but your identity shouldn't. Income fluctuates, but your identity shouldn't. Your worth is not your revenue. Your worth is not your revenue. Okay, so that's all that I had to share. I want to hear from you today. What lessons did you learn this year about business? Or what lessons? Thank you, Allison. Thank you. What lessons did you learn the hard way? What are some of the lessons that you learned for during 2025 that is going to be very, very valuable for you moving into 2026. Now that we are in 2026, I only see it as it's just a new day, but it's definitely a new year. But there's something that was like pivotal, that a lesson that we learned during the year that should definitely be a valuable lesson for us. And these are all of the ones that I learned. I'll go back over mine again, and I'll give you time to share what yours were. Number one is when you fail to plan, you've already planned to fail. Number two, your mindset will be tested before your skills are rewarded. Okay. Your mindset is definitely going to be tested, because most people are definitely, emotionally not mentally prepared to be able to withstand the emotional challenges that comes along with building a business. So you have to be mentally tough in order to build your business. Number three, consistency builds trust before it builds income. Consistency builds trust before it builds income. Sometimes when you're consistently posting, you may not get any traction from your post at all. But what's happening is that people are sitting back, they're watching you, and they're seeing how consistent you are. And if you're not consistent, then that's not building trust with them. So even if you don't get any type of traction at all from that post, keep posting. I don't care if you do one post every single day, keep posting. Keep posting, because that's what's building your credibility. That's what's building your credibility. People are looking at you. They're wondering, is she really serious about this thing? So even if you don't get that traction, keep posting. Okay. Number four was AI is here to stay. So get used to it and make it work for you. Okay. Number five, your phone is your biggest distraction. So turn it off when you're working so that you can have laser focus. Okay. Number six, attention is currency. Just like money is currency, your attention is currency. It's your energy, which is your superpower. Okay. And it's very, very valuable. Number seven, time is your most valuable resource. Use it wisely. Number eight, systems create freedom, not rigidity. And then number nine, there is no such thing as job security. You may have a consistent paycheck from a job, but what happens when you lose that job? You've got to understand there's no such thing as job security. And then I'll just go ahead and say number 10 is income fluctuates, but your identity shouldn't. Your worth is not your revenue. Okay. So that's all I had to share with you tonight. Is there anything you would like to share? Some lessons that, you're currently in right now, if it's something that you just want to share, moving into 2026, if you have if you have a goal you'd like to share that with me. Or I would love to hear if you've had a lesson that you need to learn, share that with me as well. I just want to kind of hear you, see you chime in. I'm mad at you, Allison. I am so excited for you because, you have taken the time to educate yourself and get another degree. So I say kudos and shout out to you. I know that, the world is your oyster, and you're going to be able to, get out, grow, build your counseling, your therapy business. It's going to be a beautiful, beautiful opportunity for you. I know that I think you said you already had something else lined up. So I'm excited for you. More excited that you don't have to deal with the stress that you were dealing with on the job, especially with not having that work-life balance, because that is so very important. So very important. So yeah, so let's see here. So Allison said, I've learned that I can only do one thing well at a time. And if that task has drained my life, then I have to let it go. And there are always other healthy options. Yeah, yeah. That's where it comes in, knowing yourself, knowing what you can do. And a lot of people don't know themselves well enough to know that they can only really zoom in and focus on one thing at a time. I don't know. I've always kind of been that multitasker, and I can do like 3 or 4 different things all at one time. And especially since I've learned so much about AI, and I've increased my skill set with AI. AI is really helping me, boom, put out content much faster, and helping me to be able to. And I also realized as well that when it came to my focus, I just didn't realize how much of a distraction. Well, I knew this, but I just never really took it serious, how much of a distraction a phone is. If I set aside 1 hour to be able to zoom in and do some focused work, I can get a phone call that I'll end up on the call for 30 minutes, and I've lost that time. And once you lose time, you can't get it back. So I have had to learn to just put that phone in another room, turn it on silent, and just zoom in and get laser focused on what I'm doing. That's the only way I can actually be productive. And when I look back over my task list, and when I look back over my calendar, I get so excited when I see all of these checkoffs on my on my calendar, on my task list, to see that I've completed all those different things. It gives me a sense of accomplishment to let me know I haven't been wasting my time, but I have been using my time very, very wisely. And I think when you really understand that principle, that time is the most valuable resource that you have, you really, really start to buckle down and zoom in and be very, 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 very disciplined with your time. But unfortunately, for a long period of time, I wasn't disciplined like that. I would get on social media and I start scrolling, and before I know it, I'm going down the rabbit hole to see this. And I really, really worked on my mindset this year. I really, really worked on my mindset, and I did a lot of deep diving with my personal development. So I am just really, really excited about the new year and my new goals that I have planned for me, and creating these multiple income streams and learning AI and learning how to create these digital products and everything. Yeah, I'm very, very excited about the new year. So if nobody else has any other things they'd like to share, Allison, thank you so much for sharing that with me. And I hope we can do jump on a call pretty soon, so that we can just kind of chat. And if you want to do like a weekly accountability check-in call, that would be great. I'm very open and receptive to doing that. So okay, cool. So what I'll do, I'll reach out to you over the weekend so that we can kind of set up something so that we can get it done. And for anyone else who may be interested in as well, they can comment on this post and we'll include it. Okay. So thank you all for joining me tonight. I appreciate your time. I realize that you could have been doing so many other things, but you decided to spend that time with me tonight. And for that, I am truly grateful. Okay. And again, happy new year to you all. I'm looking forward to an exciting new year, and I'll be coming on doing more live streaming, so that I can connect with the community more, because I have really kind of gotten off of that. And now that I've tackled my schedule and I have tackled my task list, and getting up earlier in the morning, I'm getting a lot more things focused and done, and a lot more productive now. I can start doing some more live streaming events as well. So again, happy new year, everybody. I send you so many blessings of prosperity and abundance, and good health and wealth this year. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Allison. And good night, everybody. Y'all have a wonderful evening. Until the next time, y'all take care, take charge, and I'll see y'all on the next live stream. Have a good night.